What do you get when you combine a passionate and veteran sports writer with a wife who is a casual observer? The answer? Married to the Game. This landmark sports talk radio show discusses sports from a married couple's perspective. Married to the Game with Rory and Lakita begins right now.
Yeah. What's going on, good peoples? My name is Rory Chirac.
And I'm Lakita Chirac.
And this is Married to the Game. Our digital broadcast is blasting through your speakers from the beautiful city of Atlanta, Georgia. Thanks for checking us out today. We are so honored and humbled to hang out with you. Eyes have not seen and ears have not heard a show with this much flavor. We combine my passion for sports with Lakita's passion for all things in between to masterfully blend love, marriage, and sports. Let me share a little bit about myself and this program. I'm a native of Austin, New York. That's a small Hudson River town about 30 minutes north of the boogie down Bronx. I'm a proud graduate of Johnson C. Smith University, the best HBCU in the land, CIAA for life. You know how we do. Lakita, go on and tell the world a little bit about yourself.
I hail from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I'm a marketing and public relations specialist for Chirac Media Group. I'm a mother of 3 young adults, of whom I am trying to get out of our house.
Well, my role on this set is I'm the quote-unquote expert journalist who lives and breathes sports. I'll be hitting you in the head with stats, hot-button storylines, and more.
Yeah, I hear you, and that's nice and all. I'm the novice on this team. Or, as some would say, the better half. I'll be breaking things down in layman's terms on what is being said, so it won't sound like the teacher on the peanuts with a womp, womp.
You know I love my peanuts, so don't try to diss them out there.
I said that.
Well, it's January.
Can you believe it's now 2017?
Yeah, 2017, and optimism is the overflowing theme across the landscape. So let's talk about what we think we'll see in 2017. The national championship game is set, and we got a rematch. Alabama versus Clemson, Part 2. Alabama beat up on Washington 24-7 in the Peach Bowl this weekend. I was at the Dome covering the game, and it was packed to capacity. Of course, it was heavily flooded with Alabama fans, like 90-10 in favor of Alabama. The Crimson Tide's defense is the truth. Washington came into the game averaging about 44 points, but they got held to 7 against this vaunted Crimson Tide defense. On the other side, Clemson embarrassed Ohio State 31-0. Ohio State was the controversial team in the playoff for not having won the Big Ten. And you know what? The Tigers took the Buckeyes to the woodshed and beat them up from start to finish. So now the national championship goes down Monday, January 9th at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. In my best Bart Scott voice, can't wait. But before we crown a national champion, we celebrate the return of the NFL playoffs. Wild Card Weekend kicks off on Saturday and Sunday. That doubleheader on Saturday, in the early game, the Oakland Raiders face the Houston Texans, and in the nightcap, the Detroit Lions head out to the West Coast to face the Seattle Seahawks. On Sunday, it's the Miami Dolphins traveling up to the Steel City to face the Pittsburgh Steelers. And in the nightcap, the New York Football Giants go to historic Lambeau Field to face the Green Bay Packers. I love Wild Card Weekend, doubleheader on Saturday, doubleheader on Sunday. For my predictions, I'm taking the Houston Texans in a surprise home wild card victory. It's going to be a close game, but I'm rolling with Houston. Later on, I'm taking, of course, the Seattle Seahawks to beat the Detroit Lions. Detroit just doesn't have enough. I'm going with Seattle at home. Sunday's games, it's a nice season, a nice story for the Miami Dolphins, but you can't go against Le'Veon Bell, can't go against Big Ben, too many weapons, taking the Pittsburgh Steelers at home, and then, come on now, rolling with the New York Football Giants to go into Lambeau. Been there, done that. Giants beating the Packers on Sunday. The first round byes, which play the following weekend, those were awarded to the top seeds, Dallas Cowboys out of the NFC and the New England Patriots out of the AFC. The 2 seeds from both conferences, the Atlanta Falcons, hometown team here, they won the NFC South, and the Kansas City Chiefs came together and they won the AFC West, so they have a first round bye. All of these teams hope to conclude things in Houston next month at Super Bowl 51. In other NFL news, with the regular season now in the books, there's some immediate coaching vacancies, 6 to be exact. The firings, Chip Kelly of the 49ers, Mike McCoy of the Chargers. Earlier, it was Rex Ryan of the Bills, Jeff Fisher with the Rams, and Gus Bradley with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Defending Super Bowl champion head coach Gary Kubiak of Denver, who had some health issues, resigned. Switching gears to the NBA, Russell Westbrook is poised for a historic 2017. The OKC point guard is a triple-double machine.
Wait a minute, honey. What is a triple-double?
Okay. A triple-double is when you get double figures in 3 different categories. Points, rebounds, steals, assists, blocks, any combo.
All right.
Russell Westbrook leads the league in scoring, 31 a game.
Okay.
10.66 a game. 10.5 rebounds a game. If he keeps this pace up, he'll be the first player since Oscar Robinson in the 60s to average a triple-double for a season. Now, some guys can, you get it for 1 game, 2 games is great, but a triple-double for an entire season, man, that's something.
Okay, so he's trying to do something that hasn't been done since the 60s. Yeah, especially since with you being in the history and sports, I can see why you're just so excited.
I mean, of course. Think about this. The most impressive thing is the rebounds.
All right.
Point guard, he's going to get his points. He facilitates the offense, so he's dishing out, getting a lot of assists. But Westbrook is rebounding like a post player. Guys that are 5-6 inches taller than him, and he's grabbing boards like they would. And he balls so hard every single night. You'd think that his job was on the line, like he'd get a pink slip the next day from his poor performance. That's how much fire he has in his belly, and I love it. He's a lot of fun to watch. I like him, seeing him make it do what it do.
I see you're like really, really, really excited about this.
If I had an MVP vote, Westbrook would get it. Yeah, LeBron is the best, but Westbrook, what he's doing this year is just out of this world.
Well, I wish him well.
And all the greatness that he's having, I wish some of that excellence would shower down on clubs who just had an awful 2016. They need to resolve to clean up the mess that they had.
What do you mean by all that now?
Well, first, I'll start with football because it's a laundry list here. The Cleveland Browns, 1-15. San Francisco 49ers, 2-14. Jacksonville Jaguars, 3-13. And the Jets, the New York Jets, grounded with a record of 5-11. That's a combo of 11-53 between those squads. You know what? While I'm at it, put the Bears in there, put the Rams in there, throw the Bills in that mix too.
You know, I'm not into stats and records, but that all does sound a little low and awful to my taste.
I know you don't really dig as far as, who had, scoring average or point differential or where they ranked in total offense, turnovers or total defense. But these are just poorly run organizations.
Oh.
And so think about that from a business point.
Okay. I get it. And from a business perspective, yeah, I feel bad for their fans. I do. I'm a firm believer that every company needs good leadership to be successful. So from a business perspective, that would mean players should step up and make things happen. And same goes for all those teams.
Yeah, the players got to do their job.
Yeah.
But when you have an abundance of mediocre players, and just from the novice standpoint, if you're in the NFL, you're on a 53-man roster, you're one of the 53 best football players on planet Earth.
Okay.
Having said that, there's tiers to that. There's average, there's good, there's great, and then there's the elite Hall of Famers. Okay.
Why don't we have a team with like a lot of Hall of Famers?
Okay, well, there's salary cap restrictions and there's only but so many people who are on that level.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I mean, you have, put it in this sense. You got your Justin Bieber and you got your Michael Jackson. Justin Bieber's average. Michael Jackson, great Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Okay. So I get it. So from a business perspective, I would say it's like the trickle down effect. So at the end of the day, it's a trickle down effect. It starts from the top and it goes to the bottom, which means management needs to get their act together so they can win. That's my take.
Exactly. And you know, you look up places and try to look at reviews. Well, a bad review for a team would be high turnaround in terms of coaching, hirings and firings, poor drafting, and the worst of them all, empty seats in the stands, which means nobody's going to cough up a pretty penny to go see a bad product.
I wouldn't either.
So, you know what? Other poorly run organizations that need to resolve, my hometown New York Knicks, Cincinnati Reds, Milwaukee Brewers, Rutgers football. I know Rutgers they lost to Michigan. I think it was like 70 to something to nothing. And I know Michigan is a Power 5 team. They were in the Orange Bowl against Florida State. But come on, Rutgers. They lost by 70 points. You got to resolve to get better in 2017.
All right, but I got a question. With you being from New York, how do you really feel about the Knicks being in that group?
Salt on the wound, alcohol on the open flesh. We're going to leave that alone.
All right.
And see, at Married to the Game, we separate ourselves from the rest with engaging conversations just like this here between the novice and the journalist. But we also share stories that go beyond the box score.
Yes, beyond the box score. And going beyond the box score, I have some hot news. Rapper / actor / sports fanatic Ice Cube started the Big 3 League.
Okay, so what's Cube doing now?
It's so exciting. It's a league where retired NBA players compete in a 3-on-3 game.
So this is the AARP of pickup basketball. Are they on one of those cruise lines that go around like to the Caribbean, or
really,
are they down in Miami where all the retired people go?
Really?
Or Arizona?
Oh, come on, hon. You funny. You know, just because guys are retired doesn't mean they stop loving the game.
No, they don't. They still keep that fire burning.
Right. So he found a way for them to enjoy a good pickup game.
I mean, everybody plays pickup. Well, any neighborhood court, and you can insert comma state USA. Yeah.
Yep.
Or any gym. There's always some pickup game going on.
And you know, I have to admit, I'm ready to see a different brand of basketball entertainment.
Well, that's right up your alley. Kind of like, I guess, you know what? The celebrity game at the NBA All-Star Weekend where you get like Jamie Foxx or Kevin Hart or even Justin Bieber is on the team.
Fun.
Drake was a coach.
Fun.
I'll take it old school with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yes.
And Curly Neal, JCSU grad, by the way.
They are so cool.
Yeah.
It brings in people like me who aren't your, diehard sports fans.
All right.
But you know what I've been thinking though, ever since I heard about this? All of this makes me wonder if this is, I'm going to go deep for you for a minute. Watch me go deep now.
Here we go.
Watch me go. If this is art, imitating life, and if there's a future movie in the works. Yeah, that's deep. You know, Space Jam, Mr. 3000.
Okay.
Movies about athletes coming out of retirement.
Well, if that's the case, Cube, listen, man, if you need an extra for a journalist or an announcer to play in your movie, interviewing these guys.